Hi guys, my name's Leona from Super Conscious Soul, and this is your Divine Masculine reading. So I'm going to look at this in two ways. Firstly, we're going to look at how you can manifest using the Divine Masculine energy, and then we're going to look at messages from the Divine Masculine. So, okay, let's have a look. I've already pulled some oracle cards to save some time. So, okay, we have the Three of Wands that's flown out here, and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so let's carry on. Let's have a look. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. This is about abundance. So we have two tens here, which is about major endings. We also have the Three of Wands, which talks about voyages of discovery. It talks about travel, movement forward. So there's almost some kind of ending that needs to be had, or some kind of detachment, let's say, some kind of finish that needs to be had in order to start and tap into this new abundance. Yeah, so it's letting go of something, almost surrendering with the Ten of Swords there. Okay, we have the endless dance of death, 13. So yes, it's definitely an ending in order to have this new beginning. It's about change and allowing for those changes. Five of Wands, this is the obstacles. We then have the World card, which also talks about endings, yeah, but it also talks about some kind of victory, some kind of self-awareness. It also talks about saying no to something that is beyond you. So being able to say, no, that's not for me, and then moving on, yeah. Also talks about ending some kind of karmic cycles. We then have the Justice card. So this is about bringing balance, bringing fairness to a situation. And that is also about finding it's also about karma, but it's about cause and effect. But it's about bringing in a higher level of karma, or some new kind of karmic cycle that is more in alignment. Also talks about 8, which is about abundance here as well. We then have the Six of Pentacles, which is also about abundance. It's about what you give, you receive with that energy. It's a reciprocal energy. It also has the scales of justice there. And then the last card we have is the Hanged Man. So we're looking at what's keeping you stuck here. And then the Fool, which is this new beginning. So how do we manifest through this energy? So there's some kind of situation here. With the Three of Wands, it's telling me that there's a situation in which you're wanting to go for something, but you may be holding yourself back. This guy is hiding behind these wands here in this card. It's telling me that the sea's quite calm in this card. So the emotions, somebody's waiting for their ships to come in, but they're also hesitating about going for it. Yeah. With the Three of Wands as well, it can also talk about needing to leave something in the past in order to move forward to the future. So in order to manifest with this energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, there is definitely a major ending here, or some kind of detachment. Now, one of the cards that's come out with the Osho Zen is detachment. Now, with this card, there's a story that goes with this card, and it's about this guy, and he had this baby put upon him. So this lady was telling the whole village that this baby was his. And he accepted this baby. He took the baby in. He was like, okay, it's mine. All right, I'll take it. Even though he knew deep down in his heart it wasn't his child. Yeah, he knew that this woman was lying. But he took on this child. He went around. He begged for milk to feed the baby. Everybody was looking at him like he was some kind of loser. Yeah, but in the end, yeah, he raised the child. He started to raise the child. But then the mother missed the child and decided to come clean about who the real father was. Now, when the real father came, yeah, he was like, okay, this is not my child. All right then, yeah, all right, take the child. And he handed the child back over. Now, the lesson in this is detachment, yeah, from the things that are going on around. So divine masculine, or the masculine energy, is telling us to look at how can we detach from the circumstances? How can we overcome these circumstances and just accept what is with grace in a way, yeah? So there is a situation where the masculine energy, or the masculine part of ourselves, is worried about what others may think. Now that may be stopping us, that because with this Ten of Swords as well, this is all in the mind. This is about thoughts, things, feeling guilty, feeling like others are saying things about us, yeah. And it gets to a point of insanity with the Ten of Swords. It gets to a point where we have to just surrender and let go. So there may be other people that are gossiping about you. There may be people that have something to say. There may be people that are judging you wrongly, yeah? But it's about a level of detachment and a level of acceptance with this card, yeah? So that's what we're needing to overcome in order to get to the point where we're needing to get to. Now, we also have peace, which is this point of peace. And yet here again, we have a mother and a child. So it's finding that peace, finding that stillness within, allowing yourselves to find that peace. Knowing the truth as well is a big thing in this. So if you know that the truth is what it is, then who cares what other people think? So we're needing to learn to just accept certain things, to just detach from them. Yeah, we then have the sixth chakra, yeah, which is the third eye chakra. So this is all about seeing things and connecting to our intuition. It's like manifesting through our intuition, through Archangel Metatron here. Yeah, so Archangel Metatron is all about sacred geometry. Yeah, it's about what's happening in the bigger picture, coming all the way down into the smaller picture. So if we can't find this point of peace, this point of stillness, this point of detachment, yeah, it is going to affect our manifestations and allow us not to see what is actually going on. So there is some kind of lesson that we're needing to see with our third eye here, yeah. And with the King Solomon card here, number 24, it's saying that there may be situations, because this is in reverse, that are not necessarily positive. There may be situations that are happening to us that feel like they're out of control, yeah? It can talk about not following your intuition. It can talk about worrying about what can harm you too much, especially with this Ten of Swords here as well, yeah? But there is a certain level of needing to kind of just follow your intuition and be able to take risks from that point. But if we're worried about what other people think, then we miss this voyage of discovery with the Three of Wands. We miss that opening. We miss that opportunity. Yeah? Maybe we're kind of thinking that there's not good news coming as well. Because this card in the upright talks about expecting good news. Yeah? It also talks about like taking risks that can like the lottery. So you may get this insight and it tells you to go and play the lottery today, or it tells you to go and buy this scratch card, or it tells you to go this way as opposed to going that way. Now there is a good reason for this, but we may be kind of blocking ourselves with this energy is what it's saying. We're not allowing ourselves to take risk, or we feel like there's a lack of safety, or we're feeling like a situation. So we're like, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't move towards this because what is X, Y, and Z going to say about this? Yeah. So there is a situation where we're not wanting to move forward, or divine masculine is not wanting to move forward and take these risks because it feels unsafe. But it's only because they're blocking their intuition and they're not receiving these insights. Then we have the star seed, yeah? And it says what lights you up. So how can you follow what lights you up if you don't follow your intuition, if you're blocking your intuition? Because the star seed, the whole journey of the star seed is to raise the conscious level of themselves and those around them, yeah, and that of the planet, yeah. So it's like, if we're attaching ourselves to meaningless relationships, meaningless jobs, meaningless conversations, meaningless things, then we're blocking our true vision, or we're blocking our true goal, or we're blocking our true purpose in life, yeah. We're needing to answer the call with this card. We're needing to follow the light, and I think that's where we're blocking our manifestations, yeah. So we then have the Four of Scrolls from the Akashic Tarot, and as you can see, this man is digging trenches. It's called the karmic trench that he's digging here. Now this talks about somebody who is digging all of these trenches, but what you can't see here is that he has this bag of seeds ready to be planted. Now he's already dug these trenches, but he just keeps digging deeper and deeper and deeper, yeah. So it talks about patterns, karmic patterns that need to be broken. So instead of trying to just work harder, or try and make this relationship work, or just try and stay in this job that is really like doing our heads in, we could just plant these seeds. Now that is where the Three of Wands comes in. It talks about allowing ourselves to move forward, making a decision to move forward, and then waiting for our ships to come in. But if we don't make the decision beforehand with the Two of Wands, how are we going to move forward? How are these seeds going to be planted? Yeah, these ships can't come in unless they are set sail. So the karmic trench is also telling us about actions, thoughts, things that are defeating us, self-defeating actions and thoughts, yeah. So we're not allowing ourselves to move forward in a sense, because there's certain thoughts that are defeating us, so we're just digging deeper and deeper into this karmic trench, as opposed to actually planting the seeds and changing the karmic pattern with the Justice card, yeah. Now the Endless Dance of Death talks about endings. Now not all endings are bad, because endings, end of life brings rebirth. It's always that something where somebody will die and a new life will come into this earth, yeah. A plant will die, but it might come back next year, yeah, as another, because the bulb is there. Yeah, it talks saying that not all endings are bad, and it's learning to dance with these changes as opposed to blocking them. Yeah. We then have in the center the Five of Wands. Now this can talk about jealousy, rivalry, competition. Maybe we're worrying about what other competitors are doing. Maybe we're worrying about what other competitors are thinking. Maybe we're blocking our own way. Yeah, with the Five of Wands, it can say to us that we need to, it's a Saturn card, so it talks about restrictions, but it's asking us to kind of take on other people's opinions or differing opinions, or but not allowing them to kind of overrun what our intuition is saying, yeah. So we're needing to kind of take all of these challenges here, because we also have invention with the creativity guide. So our creativity guides are asking us to be creative with these challenges, to how can we make the negative into a positive, how can we adapt the situation, how can we adjust. All of these cards are talking about adjustment, changes, yeah. Maybe there's sacrifices that are needing to be made with the Hanged Man here, and it's also about a change in consciousness here. So this is where the star seed comes in. So we're needing to learn to raise our consciousness, yeah, so that we can reach enlightenment, yeah. Now, that also calls for a sacrifice. It calls for a sacrifice of our old consciousness, of our old karmic cycles. It's telling us that we need to kind of get creative with this stuff. So how can we use the challenges that we're going through? So okay, you lose your job, yeah, but then you realize that you didn't actually like that job in the first place, and then you kind of get pushed to something else, and you're like, okay, I actually enjoy doing this, yeah. It's how can you be creative with the negative? How can you change the situation? Yeah, how can you make something that was maybe a blank easel here, or a blank page, into a work of art? How can you adapt to the challenges? How can you transform a situation? Because the endless dance of death is Scorpio energy as well. Now, we're in Scorpio season, and it's talking about, Scorpio is about how can we go into the dark, yeah, and then rise out like a phoenix. How can we become a phoenix from the ashes of what was, or the ashes of what we became? Scorpio season is a challenge. It is a dark challenge. It forces us to look at our shadow sides, yeah. So it may be that we've had this job for ages, and we enjoy the finances of it. We enjoy the money that it brings. But with it, it also brings this kind of deep sadness. It also brings this kind of, it's holding us in this kind of emotional turmoil where we get home from work and we're kind of not enjoying what we're doing. Yeah. How can we take that situation and transform that energy so that we can end this karmic cycle and tap into our abundance here? Because the Ten of Pentacles is about so much abundance that not only am I happy, but those people around me are happy too. So it is an energy where if I'm happy, you're happy. So with the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, it also talks about money coming in. It talks about if you give, you're going to get this reciprocal energy. So it's almost like tapping into what you enjoy, tapping into what you love. Yeah, it's saying as well for some of you that you may feel that, all right, if I leave this job, then this finance isn't going to come in. But we're not to stay in the scarcity consciousness, because that is the Five of Pentacles. When we move to the Six, this is where we receive the harmony. This is where we receive the balance, yeah? This is where we receive loans that we've applied for, yeah? And the reason we're going to receive these loans or receive these things that we want is because we're tapping in. We're tapping in to that sacred geometry. We're tapping in to our intuition. We're tapping into an inner peace. And it's almost as we tap into that inner peace and we realize what we want to kind of manifest and put ourselves more in alignment with that by following our intuition, that is when these blessings are going to come in. That is when these gifts are going to come in. Yeah, the Fool card also talks about dropping karmic baggage here. It talks about taking leaps of faith. So there is a leap of faith that is needed in this situation, whether it's leaving one relationship to go to a new relationship where you know that you're not happy, yeah, but you also kind of fear that if you get into this new relationship, then it's not going to work. Maybe it's going to turn out like the last relationship, yeah. But maybe there's a new lesson that you need to learn with justice, yeah? There's a new karmic cycle that's needed, yeah? Justice is also about finding that balance, that fairness. So for some people, there may be some people, they're needing to kind of bring justice to a situation that possibly ended in order to be able to move forward, in order to be more in alignment. Because I also see the Star card there underneath, and the Star card talks about following our true inner love, what it is that we want. It talks about being in alignment with ourselves. It talks about destiny. It's saying in a way that only you can mess this up with the Star card. And it may be because you don't take this leap of faith, or you kind of stop yourself or trap yourself from what it is that you want. There's also the Ace of Wands underneath that. Now the Ace of Wands takes, and the Strength card I've just seen. So the Strength card is about personal power, and the Ace of Wands is about putting the energy to it. It's about, yes, okay, I'm going to take that. Okay, all right, this has become a dead end. So now I'm going to put my energy into this. And that is okay with this energy. So that's how you can manifest through the masculine. Let's have a look at what the messages are from the masculine in terms of relationships. Let's have a look more in terms of relationships, in terms of the twin flame journey, in terms of union, the divine masculine and feminine coming together. How can this work? How can we manifest using these energies? So we have sexy times here. So that is talking about, with the Three of Wands here, that is talking about going towards those things that you love, yeah? There is something that has caught your eye or caught the divine masculine's eye with this energy, and wanting to kind of go towards that. That is where the manifestation's going to come from in this energy. But we also need an element of self-awareness with that word card. We have everything you feel, I feel too. So, somebody may be feeling everything, but with the Ten of Swords, maybe they're not surrendering to this energy. So they're feeling exactly what you're feeling, but there is an element of needing to surrender. Yeah, there's an element of needing to say, okay, enough's enough. I can't just keep feeling all of this and not do anything about it. Let's have a look. We have signs and synchronicities. And that is with the Ten of Pentacles, because I've actually mixed up the Ten of Pentacles with the World card that was in the center there. So the Ten of Pentacles is talking about signs and synchronicities, and that is what is going to lead you to this happy family. The Ten of Pentacles is also a card about ancestors. Yeah, it's about stability. It's about abundance. It's about being happy. Yeah, it's a card, yeah, of family. But the divine masculine is needing to follow these signs and synchronicities in order to get there. Yeah. But they may also be worried about other people, what other people may feel or think about this. But we are our own North Stars in a way with the star card. We're needing to follow what's inside of us at times, as opposed to going with the energy. And it's almost like as the divine masculine raises his energy, those people around him with the star seed card will see that, okay, that lights you up. Oh, you're happy there. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe, oh, maybe we was wrong. Maybe we shouldn't have said that. Yeah, people like to judge a lot. Yeah, and normally these are people that don't take risks. They're not following their intuition. Yeah, but it's about raising the consciousness of others. Separation, who's running? And that is with the endless dance of death. So it may be that a relationship has come to an end for some people, but they may be running away from happiness. Yeah, they may, so it's like, okay, this job has come to an end, or this relationship has come to an end, but they may be scared of taking the risk and moving towards another one, yeah, or moving towards something else. So they may be running away, or they may feel like the divine feminine is going to run away if they end this relationship. We then have the Five of Wands, and that is with coming into union here. Yeah, so these are obstacles, and these obstacles that are in the way of the divine masculine, it's like rivalry, jealousy. Maybe they feel like the divine feminine has competition. Maybe they feel like there's other people that are in the way. Maybe they're listening to too many other people's opinions, because the Five of Wands is saying, all right, we're all trying to build this pentacle, but there's 5 different ways to do it. Who are you going to listen to? Now, we need to listen to ourselves with this energy. We also have Twin Flame Mirror with the World card. So, this is saying that there is a mirror situation that's going on. It's like as I grow, those people around me will grow. Or as they connect to the journey. So if they run, it's like they may be, the other person may start chasing, but the other person may start running too. Yeah. But it's almost like as they finish this cycle I'm getting here, it's like when they're in a twin flame union, as one party grows, it reflects on the other party. Yeah. Becoming whole for before union. So with the Justice card, this is telling me that there was situations, there was events that may have been unfair for the Divine Masculine. There may have been a situation that needed to be put right as well. There may have been some kind of situation where there was an injustice. There may have been these situations that were happening with the Justice card in order to grow somebody before they could come into union. So maybe there was a lesson that needed to be learned so that they could become whole before the union. We then have a revealing a secret during intimate moments here. Yeah, and that is with the Six of Pentacles. Now, there may have been a situation with the Six of Pentacles where they need to kind of reveal some kind of secret. They need to kind of give this energy in order to get back. So it may be that the Divine Masculine needs to have this conversation. They need to explain that they feel what you feel. But there may be some kind of ego, because sometimes the sixes can talk about ego as well. We then have what is being released, and that is with the Hangman. So yes, they're needing to have these sacrifices. Yeah, they're needing to release something in order to come forward. Yeah, it may be that for some of them here, I'm feeling that there is an intimate moment. Yeah, and then there's a realization. Yeah, also underneath the deck we have hostile, lonely, and stressed. Now, if you're not following your purpose, if you're not listening to your intuition, the situation is almost going to expand. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah, so if the Divine Masculine is not following what lights them up, they are going to feel this hostile, lonely, stressed energy. Underneath that, we have intoxicated by you. So that is like the Starseed card as well, about following what lights you up, following, not hanging on to meaningless things, yeah? Not being stuck in this energy of the Hanged Man. Because the Hanged Man can also talk about humiliation. They may also feel that, I do feel this energy that they feel like as if they're going to give up something and then what they want isn't going to come in. Yeah, but if they follow the signs and synchronicities and open up a little bit here, yeah, this Five of Wands in the center, Five of Wands isn't a major arcana, yeah, so it's an energy that can be bypassed. It's just a minor obstacle, yeah. The Hanged Man is a major arcana in that we can get stuck in this level of consciousness, yeah, and from we get stuck in that level of consciousness, it's really hard to come out of it until we reach some sort of enlightenment. There is this energy of dark night of the soul with the Ten of Swords here as well. So it's almost like going through this darkness in order to get to the light. But often when we're in this state of darkness or when we're in this state of depression, it's hard to see the light, yeah? But what the light is doing is kind of guiding us. It's like things are happening. There may be injustices happening to guide us towards what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Or they're saying, look, we're going to keep repeating this lesson, and are you just going to keep digging deeper into it with the karmic trench as well? Or are you going to plant new seeds from what you've learned? So I really do hope this has helped. Take care, stay blessed. See you next week. Bye-bye.